there, YouTube. I'm back again today for another game review. And today I'm very excited to check out Group Photo from All Things Equal Inc. This is for 2 to 6 players, ages 6 plus, and it's probably going to take about 20 to 30 minutes to play. And in a group photo, you're going to have a group photo with 6 people on the photo, and you're going to have to get all 6 of those people in your hand in the form of cards. It is a light, simple game, which has actually spawned numerous iterations, including The Simpsons and other ones, which I don't remember off the top of my head right now. But is it good? Let's open it up, and I'll tell you what I think. Before we do that, I want to give a big shout-out to Jeff Johnson, designer of Breaking Games Moonquake Escape, a game that looks really stinking cool. I reviewed that last year, but he supported our Kickstarter in 2017 to help us go to Europe and Indianapolis, so big thanks to Jeff. But let's open up Group Photo and tell you what I think. Alrighty then, let's take a look at what you're going to get inside of Group Photo. So first and foremost, we have our handy-dandy rule large card, which is pretty self-explanatory. Should have you up and running in no time at all. And well done. I mean, yeah, it also has 2 modes of play. You can play where you just play around and whoever wins, wins. Or you can also play a scoring setup where you'll score points based on if you win a round or what's in your hand or if you have wilds and that sort of thing. So, in Group Photo, what you're trying to do is you were trying to get everyone on one of your group photos that you were going to have. And as you can see, let's just get out of the way, the artwork is god-awful. I mean, I'm not generally an artwork connoisseur, but this is just blah. But you're trying to get everyone in your group photo. So you're going to get yourself a stand, you're going to put people in your stand, and then you're going to set it up like this so you can see everybody in your group photo. Next, each player is going to get 6 of these cards right here, and these are weird and flimsy, and they feel like thick construction paper, and they're going to have different pictures of the people that you might potentially have on here. Also, there's going to be what are called IDs, which will have some other stuff which they try to make funny, but they don't really succeed of the people on here. In order to win the game, you have to get all 6 of your people, all 6 pictures of your people on here, and you have to have 2 of them, which are these, that are IDs. Now, that's not nearly as difficult as it sounds, because there are also quite a few wilds in here, which come in the form of camera shy cards and say cheese cards. And there's 2 other special kind of cards we'll talk a little bit about later, but let's just show you how the game works. So each player is going to get 6 cards. You're going to flip over the top card on the deck, and then on your turn, you are going to draw 1 card and then discard 1 card. So let's see what I got. Oh my goodness, this is great. I got a wild and I have a super wild. So I have my judge. So let's take a look at what I got. I have my judge right here. I have my judge ID, so that's fantastic. I have a camera shy, which is a wild, so I can use that on anybody. Oh my gosh. I have her right there, so I have 2 things that I need. I actually currently have 4 of the things that I need, so I am very close to winning the game. But I do not need this guy in a wheelchair, who for some reason is being congratulated by a bear right now, so I'll draw the top card of the deck, and on your turn you can either draw this card right here or the top card on the deck, and then you discard 1. So I got the Weather Lady. She's not going to help me, so I might just discard her. Gets back to my turn. Let's just pretend that this is the top card of the deck. It's the Weather Lady, she looks absolutely miserable, probably because she's in this game. You're going to draw top card. Obviously, I probably want this one. It's nothing I need, but it is an ID, which are kind of hard to come by. So you know what? Instead, I'll get rid of the surfer dude. And you're going to continue to do this until you have gotten all the people in your picture, and 2 of them have your ID. I would probably win unless someone played one of the special cards on me. So let's talk about the 2 special cards in the game, aside from the wilds, which are pick or skip, and the overexposed card, which obviously, you know, good family-friendly game here. You got a nude man grabbing a towel and looking shocked because someone's taking a picture of him in the bathroom, which, let's look at this logistically. Like, look at the look at his face. It's clearly not a loved one or someone he cares about, because, you know, that would probably not be the look you have on your face if someone you love or someone you care about or your BFF or your girlfriend or your boyfriend or whatever is taking a picture of you. So this implies to me that someone has broken into this man's house and tried to take nude pictures of him while he's in the shower. So, anywho, let's get back to the game. So the first one we have is pick or skip. Very useful card. You can use it to skip other people, which you never will, or you can hold on to it and you can pick a card from the discard pile, which is how you're going to use it. There is a take that element with this card, but most of the time you're always going to use it to pick a card out of the discard pile. Next, you have the Overexposed card, which there's a couple of them there, and this one's a lot of fun. What happens is you play this card and then someone has to get rid of their group picture and get a new group picture, which means all the work that they were putting towards the picture they had is now gone, and they now have to get all these people instead of all those people. So it completely transforms their objectives in the game. Anywho, the first person to get all 6 of the people that they have on their group photo, 2 of them having IDs, will be the winner of group photo, and that, in a nutshell, is how this game is played. Alrighty then, group photo from All Things Equal Inc. What are my final thoughts? Let's go over the pros, let's go over the cons. First, on the pro side, 2 to 6 players. That's a nice player count. Also, ages 6 to adults, and this game, simplicity-wise, is something that definitely a 6-year-old could play, so that is good as well. The group photos are large, so you'll be able to figure out exactly who you need to get. The rules are easy to learn and easy to teach, and they're quick. I mean, they are quick rules. In fact, you're only going to need pretty much this part and what the different wild cards do, unless you're doing the scoring on the score pad, which I don't feel like most people are going to do. And I'll talk more about that in the cons. They tried to put humor into the game, which is always a good thing. I appreciate when companies try to put humor in the games in the form of the ID cards, the Overexposed card with the nude man, and that's what I got on the pro side. Moving on to the cons, I get to trash the game, which are some of my favorite reviews to do. Group photo, oh my God, what the hell were they thinking with this game? How did this game spawn other versions of the game? This game is garbage, absolute garbage from top to bottom. There are very few redeeming qualities in this game. So first and foremost, let's talk about those components. These things, these cards, they feel so flimsy. They feel like thick construction paper. They have sharp, jagged edges, because we all love, you know, square cards. Component-wise, the components are not nice in this game. I did not like the components at all. Next, let's talk about the actual gameplay itself. It's light, and it's incredibly simple, and it's incredibly boring. It's on your turn, hey, I'm going to draw a card, and hey, I'm going to get rid of a card. Now, there are wild cards in the game, 2 of which you don't really do anything with. They're just, hey, I drew a wild card. Now I'm way closer to winning the game, because I can use this as whatever I want. With the 2 wild cards, you actually get to play. First, you have pick or skip, which you're never going to use as skip. Kids will use it as skip because they're dumb and they don't realize how useful it is to pick something out of the discard pile. Being able to pick something out of the discard pile, most of the time is just going to be, hey, this pick or skip card is going to get me a card I need, which means it's going to get me closer to winning. So there's really no point in skipping. And then that Overexposed card, which, holy God, that is a terrible card. It is a terrible, god-awful card. Hey, you've been working for the last 10 to 15 minutes getting all the cards you need to win the game. Guess what? I played this nude man, and now you've got a new group photo, which means you have completely new objectives. So instead of the 6 people you were trying to get, now you're trying to get probably 6 different people. And it completely transforms the game. It transforms the game you're playing. You go from being, say, 80% complete to maybe being 5, 10, 15% complete. That card's garbage. It's terrible. Now let's talk about the artwork. So the artwork itself looks like really great. It looks like the most talented kid in a middle school drew this. It really does. It's like, whoa, this is great, Billy. You keep working on this in high school, you could be an artist when you grow up. That's what this art feels like. It is not humorous. At least none of the people I played with really liked it. None of the kids I played with. I didn't play this with any adults. I did not subject any adults to this game. I tested this game purely on children, which I know is cruel and unusual. And yeah, I know a lot of people are probably going to unsubscribe because I exposed a lot of children to this game. But yeah, let's talk about the artwork. So the artwork sucks. It's terrible. It's bad. And I'm not an art person. Normally, even the nicest artwork or the not nicest artwork, I'm a little bit off the beaten path with the artwork. But I feel like most people are probably going to agree this artwork is bad. If kids in my class are saying, wow, this artwork looks bad when they're 8, 9, 10 years old, that's a little bit of a red flag. Now let's talk about that age. Age is 6+. And for the most part, that is absolutely correct until you factor in the fact that there's a nude man here. Now, you don't see his penis and his balls or anything like that. Obviously, testicles, I guess you would have to say if you wanted to use the proper terminology. But there's a man. And when you look at the card gets worse. And I talked about this in the middle part because there is a man, a nude man, getting out of the shower and someone's taking a picture of him. Because this whole game is about taking pictures. And the look on his face is not the look of, hey, my loved one, or hey, even a good friend of mine is joking around and trying to take a nude picture of me. Not that I think that's something most people joke about. It's the look of absolute sheer terror on his face. I don't know if you can really see it because of the camera, but there's a guy and he's getting out of the shower and he's like, oh my gosh! Why is there a stranger in my house taking nude pictures of me? I don't know. I just don't know. So the artwork, the components, the gameplay is boring, completely random. I mean, as you saw in the middle part, I already had 4 of the cards that I needed, so most likely I was on my way to crushing everyone, unless, of course, someone played it and overexposed on me. Who's this game for? Who is this game for? Adults are not going to want to play this game. Children were bored by this game. Now, I know this game came out in a different time period. I think it was 1999. A time period where there was a lot less good games. But still, this game is hot garbage. How in the world did these people get the Simpsons IP and slap it onto that game? Now, actually, I think it would work better with the Simpsons IP because the artwork would probably not be a pile of crap. Because the rules themselves... You know what? I could actually see it working with the Simpsons IP. But the game itself, it's a functional game. The game itself works. It's a simple draw one, discard one game. But I was bored by it. The kids were bored by it. Nobody that I played this game with, which I think was a grand total of maybe 7 kids, liked this game. I did not like this game. Nobody liked the artwork in the game. Nobody liked the components in the game. Nobody liked the overexposed card, which, by the way, made me feel incredibly uncomfortable. As soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, nobody's got one of the overexposed cards, do you? And then we got rid of them. Why? Why is this a thing? I don't get it. So that's group photo. It's bad. It's bad. From top to bottom, this is a bad game. It is a functional game. It's a game that works, and I don't hate the actual gameplay itself, but everything around the gameplay, I do hate. So that is group photo, the game that gets people together, so presumably they can take nude photos of people getting out of the shower. If you enjoyed this review, please be sure to click on the subscribe button down below in the comments below. Let me know, taking nude pictures of your friends when they're not expecting it. Is that the kind of zany stuff that your friends get into? Let me know in the comments below. For me personally, no. I mean, I would not be... You know what? My friends are kind of odd. So what they do is they'll, like, if you leave your phone somewhere, they'll take a picture of their testicles or various different areas of their body, and you'll find it, and it's humorous. But no, for the most part, no, that's just not something we get into. Is that something you get into? Let me know, and as always, thanks for your time, YouTube.